Hello once again, everybody. This is Rich with High% Trading. This template is for the Octopus template video. We're going to be covering the Algo bands template, the quarterback template, and then of course the standard template, which is the default. We're going to cover the Algo bands template first. Now notice what I have up here. I put the HPT6 Algo bands indicator up. The HPT6 Algo bands indicator. Just for some of you to know, this is defaulted to automatically find the algo bands. And so we're going to run the automatic one right now. Later on I can show, time permitting, how to go to manual, but automatically it will find the levels that the institutions are using and then draw the band. So what I do is I put the Octopus up on the chart, the Octopus 717 S2 final. I'll go to load from file. That takes us to all of our Octopus templates. Choose the algo bands, click open, and then apply. And of course I reloaded NinjaScript. You can see the algo band right here. This was right at 632 off the right near the pit open, and it traded one trade here off the algo band. It was short in the YM. This trade went on to make, if you were in a runner, approximately 60 ticks. Well, actually it continued lower, probably closer to 100 ticks if you kept a runner and we worked lower. Okay, now the way this template is working, I'll click back on it. We have Octopus 1 and Octopus 2. On the Algo Bands template, Octopus 2 is off. All right, Octopus 1 is on. What it's using it's using the profit indicator, above one or above for long, -1 or below for short, and it's using the algo bands. That's this band right here. Now notice when it says true, that true means that we're using the automatic. If I were to put false in here and then also put a value, then it would use the manual, and the 60 applies to the time period that it's going to actually be looking for taking the trades. Now in addition to that, it's using the HPT6 waves, and this is the 8 range wave. It's also using the 4 range HPT6 wave, so both for a short, for example, which this trade up here was, you have to have the profit correct. You have to be in a short condition on the 8 range waves and in a short condition on the 4 range waves, and I don't think there's anything else selected. That's correct, there's nothing else selected. So this doesn't trade a lot, but the trades are pretty good that it gives. A nice short trade here went on, as I said, to make 100 ticks, and then later on I think we did get one more trade set up. It was over here, and it attempted to go short. Really, unless you had a really tight scalp target here, you might have gotten your scalp target out, and then of course it would have gotten stopped out and reversed to a long trade right here as we went back up through the algo band and everything else qualified. And then this trade, according to this, went up to make approximately another 60 ticks. Okay, so that's the algo bands running automatic. Those were the only 2 trades for the session beginning after the pit session. Now, just by way of example, what I'd like to show here on these algo bands is, if you want to go to manual, I'm just going to show how to do it. I'm going to pick an arbitrary number here. I'm just going to use 15, which was in here before. So I want both of these to match up. So what I'm doing is, on the indicator, I clicked off the auto portion and left it here at 15, right? So we're going to get more trades this way. I'm going to click apply, and then over here also on the template, we're going to scroll back down. Everything else is the same here except for the algo bands. I've turned off the automatic portion to be false. I've left 15 in here, so this is going to match our indicator. I left click apply, right click, reload Ninja Script, and now you're going to see that you're going to get more algo bands and you're going to get more trades. This was the pit open over here again, so it did get that short trade that we talked about a little bit later on. We got another trade short set up here and here. Further on down, and again, this is by way of example, a couple of short trades here, and then long, and then short again, and then as we got deeper over here to around 9 a.m., short trade here, long trade up through here, and then it missed, it did miss this trade that was in here, and the reason, of course, was that the profit was not correct, nor were the waves correct. And then you can see. So that's how you can produce more trades with the algo bands. That's by way of example only. I would urge you to experiment with that by opening up the settings and working with them, okay? So that's going to take care of the algo bands template. Now let's move on over to the quarterback. All right, so along with this now we're looking at the Octopus quarterback template. I've gone ahead and put the quarterback indicator up here. That's the HPT6QB, the quarterback indicator. Just in a brief overview, what it's measuring is a combination of Gann and Elliott waves. When we're in a downtrend, for example, when we're in a downtrend, what we're looking for is an up football, trying to end on waves 5, 7, 9, or 11, and I'm going to show that. So you can see this is an up football. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see the waves are numbered here, and then it drew a band where the entry was. In an uptrend, what we're looking for, this is an uptrend, is a down football, right? Again, waves 5, 7, 9, or 11 if they exist. So we had waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see the numbering. And then it entered long here, and then one more long trade here. And I'm going to show why it's doing that in a minute. Okay, these are all Octopus 1 trades. So it entered short here with a nice trade and then tried to go short again and hit the stop. Now, why is it doing that? The QB right now is set to trade both Octopus 1 and Octopus 2. Of course, Octopus 1 has the black arrows. And so what is it doing exactly? First of all, it's using the dynamic trend as a trend filter. It's only looking at taking trades in the direction of the dynamic trend. If you remember, this is plot 9, rule 4, which means the trend just has to be down for short trades and up for long trades. We don't care about deep retraces. So we're only going to be looking to go short when the dynamic trend is down, only looking to go long when the dynamic trend is up. Then in addition to that, there's a stochastic filter that's in here that basically also has to provide that the market has to be in a certain stochastic threshold for that. If you recall from the stochastic works before, this is actually the red one, above 80 for shorts, below 20 or below for longs. Okay, now this is the QB indicator. All right, what you have to concentrate here on the QB indicator is what numbers are positive. Okay, negative number means it's not looking at the waves. Positive number means that it is. So in this case, it's looking for waves 5, 7, 9, or 11, and that's trend specific, like we mentioned. And that's all the Octopus 1 is using. So again, to reiterate, trend was down. If you watch our wave count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once we got to the 5, it draws a band and it's looking to go short. Once you get through that band, that was the short trade. It tried again one more time here and got stopped out. The trend went to the upside. So now we're looking for a wave 5, 7, 9, or 11 in a down football. 1, 2, you can see the numbering, 3, 4, 5, long here, long again, third time back to the well, got stopped out. That's Octopus 1. Now let's talk about Octopus 2. Octopus 2 is also on. Of course, you can turn it off if you don't like it. It's also on. It's using the blue and red arrows. Of course, blue for long, red for short, but it's trading completely differently. Okay, what is it trading? Let's take a look. First of all, it's using the quarterback, but now it's looking to catch waves 2 and 4, and I'll show what those are again. So it's looking to catch the even number waves. These are retrace trades. These other, the first waves, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11 that I mentioned, those are impulse waves, and 2, 4, 6, and 8 are and 10 would be retrace waves. We're only looking at taking 2 and 4 on the retrace. In addition to that, the only other trend filter that we have is the HPT6 waves. That's this colored background using a 4444 range. So it's using a 4 range. The 4 range has to be correct. In other words, it's got to be in a long condition for longs, short condition for shorts. There's a little bit of persistence built in. And then in addition to that, you do have to have a slight value here on the stochastics. Let's take a look at those, what those trades amount to. Okay, if I scroll back here, first of all, you can see the blue arrow here and the blue arrow here. If you watch the wave count, we had a wave 1, 2, you can see the 2, 3, 4, you can see the 4. Notice also the targets. We came right down to our projected wave target here of 2. We came within 1 tick of the wave target in 4. These were both uptrends, and we were in an uptrend because the background was blue. So it was long and long. Let's take a look at another example. If I scroll a little bit further back, notice the dynamic trend had us in a downtrend. However, the 4 range indicator was in an uptrend here as designated by the blue, okay? And so again, we're looking at going long on waves 2 and 4. Here was 1, 2, there was your long entries, 3, 4, okay? So those are the Octopus 2 entries, and then of course we showed the Octopus 5 entry here. That was the black one. Let's take a look at a short example on the Octopus 2, okay? Notice our background is red on the 4 range. We went up, we did wave 2, 3, 4, and that was the short entry right here. Notice there was no short entry here on wave 2 because the background was blue, right? Because the background is blue, we had no short entry, but this was the wave 4 entry right here. Here's one more example of a wave 2 or 4 entry. The background was red, okay? The Octopus went 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the short entry. Notice we did not get a short entry here on the wave 2 because our stochastic didn't give us enough on that. That's what prohibited this from happening. But then you got the nice short here, okay? Again, you can expand these out if you want on Octopus 2. You can also add the additional waves on the QB. Again, this is trading the even waves 2 and 4 on retraces, but it really is not recommended to go beyond wave 4. Otherwise, you're chasing the market. If you recall, we talk about you don't want to chase too many setups. If you can't get in on this type of a retrace trade on wave 2 or 4, you're pretty much best left to not chase it. Okay? All right, that's the quarterback indicator. Now let's just cover the standard indicator, which is actually the default, and then that will wrap up these Octopus template videos. All right, I've gone ahead and loaded the Octopus again, the 717S2 final. You notice when you load this one on, it's the default template. It'll say default up here, but I've already loaded the standard, so I'm going to go load from file. I'm going to go in here. I believe it's the last one on the list. It's standard. That's also the default. I'm going to hit open. I'm going to hit apply, and then I'm going to hit OK. And again, notice it's trading both Octopus 1 and Octopus 2. And just a point of reference, Octopus 1 is producing the black arrows, Octopus 2 the blue or the red arrows. Let's take a look at what it's doing. All right, Octopus 1. There's not a lot of trade signals because they're spaced 90 bars apart. We don't want to get too many, but what is it doing? It's using logic 2, which means either this first one or this second one has to be true. So in other words, the profit, just the HPT6 regular profit has to be correct. It's got to be +1 or above for long, -1 or below for short, or the boxing indicator has to be correct in the proper trend. The 8 range has to be also in the direction of the trend as determined by the profit. The 4 range waves also have to be correct in the proper direction. It's using an exponential moving average of 144 in this case, which means that in order to get a short trade, you need to be below that exponential average. And to get a long trade, the price has to be above it. And I believe that was it. Okay, but all of these have to be true with the exception of the first two. Only one of these has to be true. You either have to have the profit or you have to have the boxing indicator, and then all the rest that are checked have to be true. So your 8 range has to be properly in the proper direction. The 4 range has to be in the proper direction, and price has to be either above or below the EMA for shorts or longs. Again, below the EMA for shorts, above for longs. Okay, that's Octopus 1. Let's take a look at Octopus 2. Now, Octopus 2 is pretty straightforward. Again, it's just using blue or red, blue for the longs, short for the red. It's fairly straightforward. It's using its regular stochastic here. The red one has to be above or below these thresholds for long or short. It has to enter on a conservative reversal bar. The 4 range wave has to be correct. So in other words, to take a short trade, we've got to be in a short condition on the 4 range waves. A long trade has to be in a long condition for the waves. And that's it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Again, this is a template that you can work with, build on it, or you can just trade it the way it is. A lot of traders just turn off Octopus 2, for example. They just turn it off and trade the black arrows. Let me show what that would look like. So I'll just apply and then reload NinjaScript, and we'll show that. This is gold from today. This is November 3rd going into the 4th. You can see the black arrow short trade here, black arrow long trade here, black arrow short trade here. So it's just catching these momentum moves. Black arrow long here, short here, long here. I think you get the idea. Okay. So again, get very few trades, but good momentum. You may want to combine this with other indicators as well. I think by now, if you've gone through all 5 of these videos, you've got a pretty good indication of other combinations that you like to have. That's the beauty of this system that we have here at High% Trading, is nobody is limited to a black box system. You're only limited by the amount of concepts that you may come up with. And of course, we're always here to help, giving ideas and helping on coaching to improve that as well if you wish to take advantage of that. Let me just turn off Octopus 1, and then we'll just look at the other Octopus 2 arrows, okay? Just the blue and red, so you get an idea of what those are doing. All right, so now we're just trading Octopus 2. Remember what we said, always come back to this. Use the 2-arrow rule. That's very important. Pretty much no matter what template you're trading here on the Octopus, the 2-arrow rule works very well, okay? What does that mean? You take the first entry if you want. You can take the second entry if you want in the same direction. The third one will work sometimes, but it's always a better idea to skip that third one and try to manage with the runner, okay? You can see a very nice big move here in gold. Continuing on with that analysis, notice we're short all the way through here, right? We got a couple trades here and here that didn't work, but again, if you follow that rule analysis, you're in good shape. It's going to keep you out. You're going to miss some trades, but you'll keep you out of some other trades. And then we're looking to go the other way. Okay, where's the other way? The other way is right here. We finally got one to the upside. All right, so a nice long trade to the upside. Got a nice scalp, couldn't hold the runner. All right, got a nice short trade to the downside. Here's 1, here's 2, right? And now long trade to the upside right here, okay? So that's it. That's the standard template. Now that's going to do it for the videos now. We now have 5 in the playlist for all of the Octopus templates, for all of the Octopus templates we've got. Okay, so please make sure that you do view all those. You'll get a good grounding, good understanding of how all of these are working. All right, thanks for watching now. I hope to see you in all of the live webinars that we've got, because we're here to help you. Thanks much. Bye-bye.